It's a beautiful morning. Me too. Oh, I have a headache. Jesus, why is it so hot all of a sudden? What's up, the Bright family? What's up, Jennifer? What's up, Jenny? What's up, Selena? Hey, April. Hey, Lanny. Hey, Maretta. I got a little bump. Well, you know, it wasn't even a bump. It was just dark, and I felt it, and it hurt, and I was like, oh, you need to be popped. So then I popped it. Hold on, guys. Let's do the brows today. Kind of want to go for a thin look. When I go for a thin look, I use this thin pencil. And like it really just helps it out. Nicole, I don't smoke weed. No. If that's what you're asking. Oh, thanks, Sherry. My growth for my age. The bitch feel like she getting old. But you know what? I always hung out with older people. Like when I was 12, my boyfriend, when I was 12, was 16. And then when I was 16 is when I got with Javon's dad, and he was like 23, 22, something like that. So I've always been Taylor. I deleted it. Make a new one. Don't keep asking. I saw you ask like 15 times. These are freckles. I guess these freckles just like came like as age came. I never used to have them. I actually kind of want to get them removed. Ooh, that's thin. But when I wear makeup, I cover up the freckles anyway, so that's why. Javon wanted to go to the mall. He said his friends at the mall. I'm actually excited that he has friends at the mall. Because I feel like when I was his age, I was at the mall. Seeing who can collect the most phone number. Okay, so this one time there was this boy. I ran into at the mall. Mind you, back in the days, I mean, I'm a teenager. I'm probably like 12. Honestly, 12, what? At 13, I don't know. But I remember running into a boy, and his name was Jordan. Of course, any Jordan's gonna be hot. And yeah, braids, uh, little light skinned boy with braids. And one day a phone number called me, and I missed the call, so I was like, "Oh, let me call. Let me see if it's Jordan." And so I called back, and he said his name was Jordan. So I'm like, "Oh shit, it's Jordan, right?" But then a boy from my school was in the background, and it was Apollo, and I was like, "How the hell y'all know each other?" He said, "Oh, that's my cousin." Da da da. So I'm thinking, is this cute boy? All right. So this is when we have the house phones and stuff. I remember I bought this clear little phone. Um, I mean, it was one of those cord phones, but it was clear, so you can see the lights or whatever. And I was sitting on this phone with this boy. We didn't have FaceTime back then, all right? Come on, we didn't even have cell phones. And conversation was amazing. Like, I really liked this boy. Constantly on the phone with him every day. I have no idea. Thinking it's that boy Jordan. I mean, his name was Jordan, but thinking it's the boy that I met at the mall. So one day I take the bus with my friend. Mind you, my mom lived in Silver Spring, so we take like the C4. And we take the bus up to PG Plaza because he lived by PG Plaza. So I don't even know how we found addresses back then. I think they'd be like, all right, you take the bus, you get off the bus. Like, I was trying to think how the hell did we navigate around town back then. So I guess he told, I had to write the directions down before we even got on the bus. I really don't know. We was making our way around though. And so me and my girl Tamara or whatever. So I get to his house and he's not there yet. So I get to the house, he's not there. So I'm sitting in the living room. As I'm sitting in the living room, I'm looking around at the family photos. This not Jordan I met at the mall. If this kid lives in this house, because the dad let us in, which is surprising because we're teenagers. Like, the dad really let us in. No, we used maps back then, remember? MapQuest, yo. But anyway, the dad let us in. And, he's like, all right, have a seat, Jordan, be right back. So I'm sitting, I'm looking at these photos, like, yo, this not... I don't see that light skinned boy with the cornrows. Like, I'm looking at these pictures. I've been talking to this boy for weeks. I'm talking about like 6 in the morning on the phone, falling asleep on the phone together, like just having a good time. Looking at these photos, like it's not Jordan. So then Jordan walks through the door. Jordan walks through the door, and it was, I don't know, I felt like I was on the show Catfish, or I just felt, I will say I'm very shallow for this, okay? I'm a teenager, but I'm very shallow. Jordan walked through the motherfucking door, bitch. And he had this big ass head, the dome, like he was a slim boy, big head, hairline was back here. He looked like Wayne Wonder. Do y'all know Wayne Wonder? Stephanie, I'm gonna redo it again, okay? Y'all remember that song was hot back then too. It was like, and that's immediately played through my head. The saddest day of my life was when I saw this motherfucker's head. I was going insane. The pain, the saddest day of my life. As I took the bus all the way up here, and he is not the same. talk to the boy again. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. And it's like, I'm excited for Javon. Okay, I want him to do teenage things. Like, go get girls' phone number. Just because he don't really do that. I was doing all this at this age. I'm not saying I want him to be bad like me, but I want, him to go out and be a kid, be a teenager. Oh, okay. So I never talked to him again. Which is so sad. Which is so shallow of me. I left. What do you mean? What did I do? I left. Me and my friend busted out laughing, and we fucking left. And I ain't never talked to him again. I never talked to him again. I never talked to him again. I wonder if people remember me and be like, oh my God, that's the girl, or whatever. I always wonder if people remember who I am. He probably hated me after that. I was so shallow. I was shallow. What's another one? I was always out with the boys. He might be a billionaire right now, girl. You never know. He might be a billionaire right now. He might be doing the damn thing. Who knows? Now, I went to Juvie when I was 12 going on 13. So I would have a boyfriend for like 3-4 months, and then I would get locked up, and then, of course we break up. One boy did write me, Chris. He did write me. It's terrible. I dated Tim. Okay, so Tim this is when B2K was in, right? So Tim and his brother Eric, they were pretty popular around that area or whatever, but they were like bums for real. As we got older, they just stayed bums. They were cool for a time when we were teenagers. As we got older, they were bums. And he was Hawaiian and black. And I was pregnant by him when I was 14. This was in high school. I was a freshman in high school. Matter of fact, I had just got out. I don't even know who come before who anymore. And I remember being in a hospital. I had a like a ghost baby. So basically, like, my egg wasn't all the way fertile, but the sac kept growing like I was pregnant. So I remember my mom taking me to the hospital. I was like 14. My mom taking me to the hospital, and she was like, oh, where's your boyfriend now? Cause she caught him under the bed before. She caught him under the bed. My sister caught him in the closet. But like, when I used to go to school, I would put like food under the bed for him. I can't believe I used to do this shit. So I was already on probation, something like that. And, me and my parents got in a big fight, so I decided to run off. So I ran away with this boy. I was like 14. And I would never forget this shit. We were staying with his friends, and we were just staying anywhere, honestly. And then one day he was like, you gotta go home. And I was like, go home? Do you know what's gonna happen to me when I go home? So I remember this day clear as shit, because I just felt so betrayed. 14, just had a miscarriage, basically, like this stillbirth. Who knows? I was so young. And he was like, you gotta go home. So he takes me home. It's been like 2 weeks since I ran away. And I go straight to my room. I don't want to talk to none of them. And I'm watching Martin. Like, we didn't have, no cable. So it was like literally Steve Harvey, Martin, the Parkers, Living Color. So I remember watching Martin, and my sister knocks on my door, and she was like, some people are here to see you. So I'm like, who the hell is here to see me? I just got home. So I step out of the room. Same house that my mom was living in now. So I step out of the room to see who it is. Y'all, it was 3 police officers. It was 3 police officers there ready to take me away, put me right in handcuffs. And yeah, took my ass right away. Did Chris come before? I can't remember. But anyways, he never, I felt like I wrote him when I was gone. I wrote him letters. He never wrote me back. He never wrote me back for months. He never wrote me back. So it was really sad. Then I got out. So that's how like my relationship, always just like I've been in relationships since I was 12. So I stole my parents' car. This car is a listen. I can't even believe I went through half the shit I went through. Then this is all my teenage. I think I did like 4 months or something like that. I got out. I only last like 3 months when I'm out. I will answer that in a different video. We're on a live right now where I'm just talking. Okay. Okay, so then I got out. I started dating this other boy named Chris. And now that I think about it, Chris was Bama. First off, like, well, we used to like catch the bus to see each other in snow. I used to sneak him in. I think my father caught him one time, right? My parents took out my doorknobs because I kept sneaking boys in. Like they took out my whole doorknob. My doorknob was gone. And guess what? I put my bed right in front of the doorknob. Well, one time he snuck in. This boy Chris, he snuck in, and my dad saw him. He locked eyes with my dad, and my dad farted. But my dad acted like he didn't see nothing. He's gonna deal with it later. So now I go in the room and he's like, I just saw your dad. I was like, oh shit, what happened? He's like, he just farted. He's like, he was like, he just farted, and I just went in the room. And so I don't know, this time they locked me up on Christmas Eve. I want to say, I don't know what I was doing. I guess sneaking boys in, running around, blah, blah. And this time they locked me up on Christmas Eve. And I want to say this is the longest time I went away. This time I went away for like 2 years straight. But it didn't stop me, because I'm going to tell you, I went to my probation officer. She was so insistent on sending me. Like, she was so, how do you say when somebody's like dead ass serious gonna get you to do to send you to this place. So she wanted me to go to this wilderness program, right? But I told my probation officer, no, I don't want to fucking go. And I had a lawyer. I had my own lawyer. I didn't want to go. I don't want to go to this wilderness program. Like, everybody's getting sent to a group home. Why can't I go to the group home? Right? So the judge let me go to this group home. They're like, all right, we're gonna let you give a try to this group home. And yeah, persistent. We're gonna let you go to this group home. And this group home was actually like in Bethesda. So you from the DMV, the Bethesda is a nice area. Like that's where the rich white people are. So I go to this group home, and they let you go to public school. So they signed me up for Walter Johnson. I don't know if y'all ever been to Montgomery Mall, but it's like right there. So I'm in this nice area, okay, very nice. It's rich up there. Like they got the bougie mall and stuff like that. We were walking distance from our school, Walter Johnson, which is right next to Montgomery Mall. Like you can walk, but that's a really nice area. So they got me in this group home. So in this group home, there's like, so basically there's like the area, the campus. There's one house for the girls and a house for the boys, right? And you do chores, like you get on levels. Like they have 2 independent rooms. So when you do good, you get these independent rooms. And you do chores, whatever. You stack your money. Always been a hustler. I think I was 14. I've always been a hustler. I did all the chores. I had money. We get allowances, so they gave us allowances. This is the life, okay? They gave us allowances. Coming from a lockdown facility where you can't go nowhere, this was nice. This group home is nice. This is better than home. Like, we had good food. We cook. Like, they give us allowances, take us to the mall, stuff like that. So I go to Walter Johnson, and it's a predominantly white school. I think there was a group of like 20 black kids. And, of course I hung out with them, and I hung out with this set of twins. There was a set of twins, and one of them had a fat ass and one of them didn't. So I always hung up with the short fat ass one. And we used to, like, at lunchtime, we asked people for $1. So everybody gave us $1. So we had all this money. Like, they always gave us $1. So we was stacking. We used to go steal from DSW, which I'm gonna go have a whole conversation with Jayy right now. I'm gonna give him some money. I said, whatever you do in this mall, don't you steal shit. Because I don't need no motherfucking Lovely Mimi's son get locked up for shoplifting. I'm gonna give him some money. Because I don't want him to be nothing like me. Because we used to rob the shit out that DSW. You hear me? And so I had fun at this group home, and then I fucked it up. It was my birthday, and I was in the independent room. Like, I used to squeeze. That's why I got these corns, because I used to squeeze my feet into a size 3, and because the shoes was cheaper. And every month, they gave us $50, so I used that money to go buy me some shoes. I was always fly. Oh, thanks, Anne-Marie. And it was my birthday. It was my, I want to say 14th or 15th birthday. It has to be I don't know, somewhere up there. And I was dating, like, one of the only black boys at the school. I think he was older. And I had my own room. Me and this white girl, Katie. Katie was cool as shit. I actually recently I spoke to Katie on Instagram. Katie was cool as shit. Katie was a white girl. She gave me an Avril Lavigne vibe. Like, she was like punk rocker, but she can dress. You know what I'm saying? She wore like cool tennis shoes. Like, she can dress. Cool white girl. And me and her both, I had one independent room. She had the other independent room. So we brought our boys back from school on my birthday. And we put them in the group home in the bathroom. And we smoked some weed, right? This is when I was smoking weed, which I shouldn't have been. I was blacking out and shit. Because I was on, like, they had me on medicine back then, for bipolar and shit. Which I am no longer on medicine, just to clear that up. And my chaperone comes in and goes, I'm about to take y'all to the mall to do y'all shopping. I am baked. I don't even know what's going on. I'm paranoid because we left them in there. So we left them in the bathroom. Mind you, I'm a teenager at a group home. And we go to the mall, just trying to hurry up and come back, right? We get back to the group home, and they tell us to go sit in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, man. Look down the hall into our room. They cleared all of our shit out. We got kicked out of our room instantly. We came back, everything was gone. They moved that shit into the basement. They put us into the double rooms. Now, most of the girls are from, like, they're from, like, DSS. I'm from DJJ. So DSS is, like, Department of Social Services. So that's, like, foster care. It's like when your parents put you there, or you don't have nowhere to go, you don't have no family. DJJ is for juvenile services. It's like, when you actually catch charges and stuff like that. So I'm with DJJ. So everybody else who's with DSS, they get a second chance, They're still there. My PO called an emergency court hearing on me the next day. They locked my ass up so quick. I went right back to Noise. So Noise is a lockdown facility. So that's like jail. Like you get one outfit, you get one pajama, you sleep behind, locked doors with a freaking little bed. And people who were at that school, I don't know if they ever wonder what happened to me. Because I literally just disappeared into thin air and I was gone. And never talked to that boy again. He never even gets to like never even got to talk to me and say, "Oh yeah, we got caught yesterday." Like they just snatched me. Like I'm gone. I'm out. I'm gone forever. Forever. And they put me back in, and I would thought it was so unfair. Even my chaperones was like, "That's so unfair. Like you've like been one of the best kids here. Like like you make one mistake and they're just gonna lock you up again." I was like, "No second chances for me." That was the only chance she gave me to be in a group home. She was like, "I don't feel like the group home is beneficial for you." Now, the thing with Noise, which is the lockdown facility, as a juvenile, the lockdown facilities is dead time. So when you're there, none of that time count. None of it count. None of it. As a juvenile, you have to complete a program. If the judge orders you to finish a program that's 6 to 9 months, you have to complete a program 6 to 9 months. There is like the time that you do there, waiting to get to the program doesn't even count. Right? So now she's like, got your ass. I want to send you to the wilderness program. So you're going to wait here until there's space. I sat there for another 8 months doing dead time and doing dead time because there was no space for me at the program yet. There was no space available at the wilderness program. So I finally got to I finally went after 8 months. In the time I did meet my first. If y'all ever wonder where my name Lovely came, it came from Juvie when I was 12. When I got to the wilderness program, first off, Ashley is deleted. When I got to the group home, so it was like when I got to the wilderness program, it was a 4-hour drive, right? And I was in with shackles and handcuffed the whole time. Then I get up here and I cried my eyes out. Like, no, they're not magnetic. I'd rather go back to Noise, to the lockdown facility, than to do this wilderness program. Like, we literally live outside. And I still have right here, I want to say, or is it on this side? Right here, this thing. Okay, we sleep outside, right? We have a long trail that walks down this fucking forest wood, and then we had like these tarps and tents, and we sleep in the summertime like with a net, in the wintertime sleep with a fucking we sleep with sleeping bags. This is like my second night. I don't fucking know. I turn around in my bed and I felt something squishy and hairy and on right here, and I reached over and I grabbed it in the middle of the fucking night, and it was in my fucking hands, and it was hairy. Bitch, it was like a wolf spider. I remember beaming it and throwing it into the ground, and I was like, ah! It bit me. It was, I don't know what the fuck it was. I think it was a fucking wolf spider. Like, it was like hairy. It had fucking long legs, and I lost it. I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to fucking be here. And there's nothing I can do about it. I ended up doing a year. So we had tribes called like we were called Arapaho. There was Kawaki, Nataka. I ended up getting switched at the end, because we weren't allowed to lie. You weren't allowed to cuss. You weren't allowed to make, popularity things. Like it was very strict. We had to walk the sidewalk. We couldn't cut the grass. We had group meetings where we talk about each other's feelings. We can't argue about situations. They make you cry. They break you down. They don't lock you in. They put you on timeout. If you get in trouble for something, you get in timeout. You have to work out your problem. You can't have eye contact with anybody. So I tried to run one day, right? I tried to run these little ass legs, right? So I tried to run, and I ran into the big field. And so they don't lock you down. They don't have handcuffs. So 3 of the chaperones came, boom, tackled me, and they sat on top of me until I calmed down. They sat on top of me for 6 hours until I chilled the fuck out. I did learn a lot from that place. Would I ever do it again? No, I fucking hated it. I hated it. And it was so funny to me because, like, most of the girls that were there they were all white. There was probably like 2. It was like 12 girls each tribe, and it was 4 tribe. And we weren't allowed to talk to the other tribe. And there was probably like 2 black girls there the whole time. I was the only Asian girl. And it was so funny because these girls were from like DSS, so their parents send them here. So their parents got money. DJJ, the system paid for you. But this place was expensive, even though it was outside in the woods. And so it was so funny because these girls that came, like, I'm from, this was in Lynchburg, Virginia, like Dillwyn, Virginia, like racist, like it's called Lynchburg, Virginia. So it was just so funny hearing these girls. No, it's called New Dominion School for Girls. So it's so funny watching, like, I came from the hood. You know what I'm saying? I came from the hood. So for me to see these white girls come in there and, like, what? One girl was claiming that she was Bloods, right? But it was just like, okay, whatever. So, oh, you know what's so crazy? So to hear about, I ain't gonna lie, okay, so to hear about people, to hear about people like that I met in these places and see where they're at in life. There was a girl named Liz Tremonti. I don't know how you spell that, but I think you can Google her. But there was this girl named Liz Tremonti, and she was there at the group home. She was a white girl, really blonde, really soft voice. People who had the little voices like that, like a little, she gave me like a little bunny vibe, right? She was always chill. She was always, I always wondered why was she in here, because she seemed, so innocent. She had a hard time expressing her feelings because they want us to express our feelings and talk about, what our issues is. They like try to dig deep into our issues. Now that we're older, I mean, I'm 31 now. I was freaking 15 when I was here. This girl Stephanie that was there, she hit me up with details. She was like, did you she told me what happened to Liz. I said, well, what happened? She was like, now that we're old, she killed her baby. She's in jail. She killed her baby, like newborn baby. I was like, shit. I didn't see that coming at all. Like, I just never understood why. I guess people have bigger problems and roots that you wouldn't even expect. Because I did not expect, like, she was just so innocent. Like, I always wondered why she was there. Like, she was just so sweet and quiet. And now as an adult, she killed herself. There was a Cambodian girl that I was locked up at the shelter. Her name was Amy Chanthabong. And I think you can look her up too. I don't know if you can look these people up. Her name was, and we always know each other's last name because, you know, we're always called by that's not her private pub. It's on the news. If it's on the news, it's fucking public. What are you talking about? It's not private. You can look it up in an article, then it's fucking public. So there's this other girl named Amy Chantavong, and we just trying to wonder. Somebody else told me what happened to her, and she overdosed as she got older. Oh, you found Elizabeth? Dang, y'all be fast. My name Lovely was from Noise when I was 12. That was my Juvie name. I started off as Chinky Boo. I don't think I had like, well, you know what, I ain't gonna lie, because as I got older, I was always, you know, as an adult, I always got into a lot of like, you know, court shit anyway, so I guess it was, I guess me. I guess me. Yeah. Chinky Boo was like, you know, it was so middle school. Let's see. Yeah, I have photos. I don't have it. I feel like I lost everything from losing my Instagram. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, my heart. Near, far, wherever you are, and I know that in my heart will go. My real name is Miha. Far across the distance and spaces between us, that's how I know you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that's the heart. I feel like my teeth be making me like, it's like full of spit. I never straighten my hair, you guys, so. Brenda, he's at work. My man works 6 days a week. try to be 5, but they be trying to push the 6 days. So normally 5. He tried to do 5, but you know. I always tell him, look, when you work for somebody else and you be a good, because he's a really good worker, like he get really, you know, he take his job seriously, being on time, stuff like that. I'm like, the harder the work or you work, the more they just gonna work you. Once more, you opened the door, and I know. Okay, I think for myself as a troubled teen, I have authority problem. I have problems with authority. I don't like rules. I don't like teachers. I don't like therapists. I don't like the popos. I don't like judges. I don't even like listening to my parents. I have problem with authority. So I think that plays a part of my relationships too. Like I can be very one street. That's why I have to be the Empress, because I just can't be a civilian. Bow into the Empress. Lined up, strapped up, may I mention? Ma, them crazy pills used to make me crazy. Once I went to the wilderness program, they don't believe in pills up there. So they actually took me off the pills at the wilderness program. They believe in therapy. They believe in talking shit out and finding the deeper part of your roots and what the fuck is your issues. I learned to braid being locked up, because I always braid people hair, do people hair. I learned how to play spades. I'm really good at spades, and actually I'm really proud that I have a boyfriend that can play spades. Me and Stretch are a beast at spades. Like I don't think we have played with anybody who beat us yet. So that's a proud moment for me to have a boyfriend that can play spades. That's very exciting. I don't think you understand that. I learned how to cook in the group home when I was at Sykesville Shelter. Miss Judy, she taught me how to cook. So that was when I was 12. I learned how to cook. And oh, you like it? Thank you, boo. Steven, you like them spooky stories? I only got a story that I can tell you. That's all I got. I have, honestly. No more Bigo. So Bigo did not sign we did a month contract. So our time is up with Bigo. So no more Bigo. Bigo's done. And I didn't even get to say bye to everybody on Bigo, so it sucks. Me, no, I'm just gonna take Jayy to the mall and goes to Sam Clubs. At 31, where do you go? You go buy groceries. Take you with me. I need some socks. I need to clean my room. I turned it off. Where did I learn to be a business owner? Most of it is just common sense, honestly. I didn't go to school. I didn't finish school, so it didn't come from school. But if you have common sense will take you a pretty long way in life. I think I'm gonna wear my ones today. Javon?
Get him.
What time is it?
I don't know. It is 3:18.
Huh?
3:18.
Aren't you going to the mall? Why aren't you dressed? I told you to get dressed.
Oh shoot.
Bruh, I told you to get dressed like 40 minutes ago.
I am.
You are?
Yes. I didn't wear this to sleep. I just took a shower.
All them clothes mommy buy you and that's your best outfit. Fine. What shoes are you wearing? Can you put more pink stuff in your hair?
Wait, how Glenn? You're dying.
Alright, hey, Pooh. We got some ones.
No.
Ta-da!
I'm trying to eat after the same time.
And then Drew spends her time with her friends on Roblox.
Run.
So she's on FaceTime.
Go. Okay, go beat him up. Beat him up. Go.
Yeah.
No, Glenn, you're gonna die. Back up.
So yep, that's my fit for today. Ta-da!
Very funny.
Alright, I'm getting off because I have to make a phone call. So I love you guys. We'll be in Vegas next week with Connie. Yay!
Go.
That better? Yay!
No.
All right. Mwah. I'll get on live later.